to do today is we're going to build a bush replacement. This is what it looks like when it's finished, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Alright, the base of this is 36 inches. Then the support hoop up 18 inches is 42 inches. So I've got a board, I put a screw in one end right here, it's sticking out just about a 1/4 inch. I drilled 2 holes, one at 16 inches, one at 21 inches. So I'm just going to draw a couple of circles here on the ground. Now I'm going to highlight it with chalk so you can see it easier. If you've got a piece of plywood to where you're working up at waist height, that's a lot simpler, but I'm just doing it on the floor here so that you can see it easier. So let's draw a couple circles. Here's my center spot. So now I'm going to draw 8 lines on here. So let me grab my level. Alright. I'm just going to draw a line across here. All the way. Now I'm going to grab my square, line it up on the line I just drew in the center spot. Draw another line. Okay. Now I've got a little dime store protractor here. You can buy for next to nothing, school supplies. And I need to put these out here at 45-degree angles now. So I'm going to set that right dead in the center. Put one line at 45. Now we'll draw 2 more lines all the way across. Okay, now we'll start cutting our wire. The wire I use comes from my local farm supply store called Rural King here in Indiana. And here's a picture of the tag that was on it so you can see what I'm using. Alright, let's open this up. Now we're going to cut a piece of wire. If you're doing this on a piece of plywood up at waist height, it's a lot simpler because you can use clamps to hold the wire in place. That's what I did, but I'm doing this on the floor here so that it's simpler for you to see. So the end of this wire starts right here at my starting point. Just follow that inside circle around. Cut that off. Alright, now we're going to straighten this out a little bit so that it lays on the circle a little better. Okay, now I'm going to take a magic marker. I'm going to mark it at the 18-inch marks. And at the halfway point. Okay, now I need 4 of these all together. Now I'm going to cut one off for the bottom. Straighten it out a little bit so it lays down a little better on this circle. Okay, now what I want to do is not have the 2 ends meet on one of the lines because that's where it's going to get welded together. So we're going to move that around to the side just a little bit right there. Alright, now I want to mark all 8 of the spokes. Alright, so each one of the spokes will get welded where the marks are now. And now I got to cut one more large one on the outside circle. And this is for the support that's up 18 inches. Okay. Now, same story here, where the ends come together. I don't want that where one of the spokes is going to get welded to it. So we're just going to move it around to the side a little bit. So let's mark all 8 spokes on here. And that's where they'll get welded. Okay, the 18-inch marks we made on the spokes, we're going to straighten out the bottom part of that leg. So I'm just going to do that. You can beat them on anything. I just happen to have a vise right here. So I'm going to start right there where the mark is and just work my way across. And straighten it out. Okay, do the other side. Okay, this is just a little TIG welder here that you can buy at any major outlet. I'm just going to weld the ends of this wire together. It's just a steel wire, so you can do this or you can gas weld them. The gas welding is actually a little better, I think, and it doesn't rust, but this is quicker for purposes of this video. So I'm just going to tack these together. Okay, so I've got that welded. This is the large hoop. This is the one for the support. Okay, I'm going to weld the small hoop together now. The one that's got all 8 marks on it. There's that one. Now I'm going to drill a hole down here to put these spokes in to hold them up while I attach them to this bottom ring here. Okay, I'm just going to drill a hole about halfway through this board. I don't want it all the way through, I just want it to be able to hold up the other side of this hoop. Now if you have help, you don't need to do this, but me, I'm out here by myself. So I'm just going to drill a hole here about halfway through. And I've got the bottom ring back down here. And where I've put the magic marks, that's where we're going to be attaching this. So I'm just going to tack it onto here. Okay. Alright, there's one side. I'm going to turn around. First one. Okay, there's those two. Now I'm going to set it down. Hook up my ground on one of the legs here. Find my 2 marks for halfway. And I'm going to tack that. If it bends on you a little while you're welding, it's not a problem. You just bend it right back up again. Okay. Just say, I'll be right back when I get all 4 of these welded on. Okay, we've got the 4 spokes welded onto the bottom ring. Now we're going to weld this support ring up here. The mark at 18 inches and then the 8 marks that we put on this ring. We're just going to line those up now and tack them in place. Now let's just straighten it out a little bit. A few of these spots are a little warm. Alright, that's pretty good. Now we'll put the lights on it. Alright, now we're going to put lights on this thing. I've just got two sets here of LEDs, a green and a white. That's what I use for my display. And I've got some zip ties. I like having them on when I'm doing this. That way if it quits, you can correct it before you have it all on here and then have to go back looking for the bad bulb. So I'm just going to spread these out. And start at the plug end right here. Put it on the bottom. And we're just going to zip tie it. Okay. I'm going to go right on around. Like that, and you just keep on going. When you get to the end of each set of strings, just add another string, keep on going till you get to the top. When I get back around to where my starting point, I just move up about 4 inches and then continue on from there. So we're going to flash forward here to what one looks like when it's finished. Okay, here it is finished. Like I say, about every 4 inches, or every wraparound is about 4 inches different from the one before. Just keep on going till you get to the top. Anything you got extra at the top, just wrap it on around again. You'll never notice it. So here's my two colors on this one. There's the white, and there's the green. So this is ready for the show. If you hook them both together, there's all the whites and the greens. So that's how you build a bush replacement. Our next video is going to be on building a new box. It should be out in another week or two. Thank you.